Hey guys, it's me. It's Queen Onset Haru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, pass it on to anybody and everybody that might like it too, and leave us a positive comment in the comment section. Also, stick around to the end of the video because I'm going to read a couple of my favorite comments from previous videos. Now, this is something I really want to talk about, and I think this is going to be a real fun thing to talk about. I told you guys that I found some new YouTubers over the weekend that I really like. And one of them is Aquarius. And his work was so artistic, and his videos were so artistic. I was just sitting there like blown away at his editing and his costumes. I mean, his videos are amazing. And I'm going to put the link to his channel underneath this video. And he's Aquarius again, and he's Asian, and he's so interesting to me. I just like fell in love with his personality. Anyway, in one of his videos, I saw something that stood out to me. You know how you're watching a video and something just smacks you? This just smacked me. He had one video, it wasn't even that long, and he was with this girl, one of his friends, beautiful girl with red hair, and they were going to bed. Now, one of the things I found to be funny was she said in the video, do you have to film everything? Apparently he films everything. So the camera was on and they were getting ready to go to bed. And she rolled over and they started talking about him in relationships, how he shows up in relationships. Now, what I got from what he was saying is that he's non-committal. Not because he doesn't want to make a commitment, but he's Aquarius. So what are Aquarius doing? Number one, trying not to get with the wrong person, almost always. And number two, trying to take things slow. So he had both of these things going on throughout the videos that I watched. So the girl said to him, because he was like, what am I doing wrong? Like romantically speaking, what am I doing wrong? I'm being honest. I'm telling people up front where I'm at, that I don't want to go into a commitment, you know. What am I doing wrong? And she said, you make them feel at home. And he was like, I want everybody to feel at home. Of course I make them feel. I want everybody to be comfortable. And she said something more. She kept on elaborating on her point. But as I was sitting there listening to her, I realized, because English is not her first language. So I didn't know if she worded it right. But what I was feeling on an emotional level from her was, you make people feel like they are home. These are two very different statements. Making somebody feel like they're home and making somebody feel at home. Two different things. When somebody feels at home, they're in your space, they're at your place, they're at your apartment, your house, your whatever, having a drink, feet up, watching a game with you. They feel at home. They feel like they're relaxed, they're welcome, they're at peace. And that was what she said. And that's what he responded to. Of course I do. I want everybody to feel that way. I do too. But I felt like what she was saying is, you make people feel like you are their home. They're, you know, that this is home for them. And this is very different than the original statement. When you're making somebody feel at home, there's still the understanding that this ain't your home. There's still the understanding that you're visiting. But when you make people feel like that you are home, that this is what they're looking for. Most people in the world are looking for a place to call home. And that's why it stood out to me when she said it, because I heard that people are looking for a place to call home. Not just to be at home at your boy's crib playing PlayStation 2, but to be with somebody that's your home. A friend of mine used to call his wife my house. He used to always call her my house. He was like, oh, that's my house on the other line. Oh, let me go check on my house. Because to him, she was his home. Wherever she was at. The guy that did the movie, The Notebook, he even said it. He said, wherever she's at, that's my home. And that's the two differences between these two statements. Aquarius, when you make somebody feel like you're their home, when you make somebody feel like they found a place to call home, it's different than just making them feel at home, at peace. You see? Because if you're dealing with a person that is really looking for a place to call home, this is where the problem comes in. Because as the Aquarius, you want them to feel relaxed, you want them to feel comfortable, you want them to feel at home. But if they've been looking for a place to call home all of this time and they find that with you, they're going to either fall in love with you or become infatuated with you or want to always be with you. They want to be, again, in a place they can call home. So they don't start to see you as a place they can go and be comfortable when they feel like it. They start to see you as being a place they can live, a place they can set down roots. And just because you told them, I don't want a commitment, doesn't mean shit to them. Because that person has found their home. And they're thinking in their mind, I'm going to hang out here long enough that this person's going to realize that I'm home. And the problem is that doesn't always happen. As in the case with this gentleman. And I thought it was very interesting because he did a video. He did a video for another channel. And this video was supposed to be about couples. Couples coming and talking about their relationship. Well, him and this woman had been seeing each other for like 2 going on 3 months. For him, they were having a connection. They were hanging out. She was at home. They were hanging out 2 or 3 times a week. You know, she felt comfortable. He felt comfortable. Everything was gravy in his mind, in the Aquarian mind. In her mind, they asked her, what is this to you? And she said, he's my boyfriend. Now to him, he ain't her boyfriend. He's her friend. They are hanging out. They're enjoying each other's company. It's only been 2 months going on 3. They're getting to know each other. But to her, he's my boyfriend. Then they asked her, do you love him? And she said, yes. He wasn't nowhere near there. They asked him, did he love her? He was like, wow. You know, he was very Aquarius with it, like not trying to hurt her feelings, but not trying to say yes either. Not trying to lead her on, not trying to lie, but not trying to hurt her feelings. And he ended up giving an answer. I think what he basically said was, I love her as a person. I feel a strong connection, energy, you know, emotional energy between us. He said something like that. But they were on 2 totally different pages because she was slowly but surely falling in love with him or falling infatuated with him or whatever you want to call it. She was falling into him and he was having a good time. He was at home. You see? So he's at home and she's like, no, this is my home. I'm not your buddy chilling on the couch, drinking brews, watching the game, and I'm going to leave at 11:30. I am going to be, this is my home. Okay, I'm not leaving nowhere. Slowly but surely, I'm moving in. basically is where her mind was. She said, he's my boyfriend and I love him. And he is like, okay. So what I was trying to point out with this is that Aquarius, we do this a lot. And that's why I wanted to speak on it. Because I've done this. I've seen other Aquarius do this. And it often does end exactly how it ended in this situation. They ended up breaking up. About a couple days after they recorded this video, they ended up breaking up. I'm thinking maybe it has something to do with the fact that the Aquarius could see that they weren't on the same page. But I wanted to tell you as an Aquarius, and tell myself as an Aquarius, that we have to be very careful with that. If you are in the beginning stages of getting to know someone, or if you know that that person wants more than you do, that's not a relationship that you should continue. I applauded him for ending it because he could have just kept on having a good time and she would have just kept on getting hurt. And he said they had even started fighting. So they would have kept on fighting. She would have kept on being hurt because to her, she found what she was looking for. She's been looking for you like Casey and JoJo all my life. Okay, all my life I prayed for somebody like you, and you talking about you at home, sit down and watch the game. No, all my life you were what I was looking for. And I just wanted to tell Aquarius and non-Aquarius, if you find yourself in this situation, that you have to take. I felt like he didn't understand. I don't even know if he still understands, to be honest with you. And a couple years ago, I didn't understand. I only understand this because I've been through so many things, and now I'm standing back looking and I'm like, now I get it. If somebody finds you and they feel like you're home and you just feel like y'all at home, y'all just chilling, then that's somebody you don't need to be seeing. I would stop seeing her the same way he did. I would have done the same thing, because the only thing that's going to happen is if you are not coming to that point with that person, they're going to get hurt. So me, I would have did the same thing. I would have left her alone. I would have backed off, knowing that she's found her home, but I don't want to be it. This happens a lot with us, Aquarius. A lot of people tell me this about their Aquarius. A lot of men and women tell me this about their Aquarius. So I just wanted to tell you that I know a lot of us don't understand this. I know a lot of us are like, I told him the truth. What's the problem? But when somebody's acting like that, or you feel that coming off of them, you have the responsibility of shutting that down. Because all that happens, like we see in this case, is the other person gets hurt. And then you're the asshole. That's one thing he was saying. He was like, the comments that he got, people were telling him basically that he was an asshole and a fuckboy for not committing to somebody after 2.5 months that he really was not feeling like that. And I was looking like he didn't do anything wrong. He kept it real with her. But she went to a place he didn't want to go. So all he could do was shut things down. So I just wanted to tell you guys that, because this happens a lot with Aquarius. It's happened to me a lot, and it happens with other people too. Sometimes y'all just don't agree. I see you one way and you see me another way. And if we can't see each other eye to eye, and I know that it's hurting you, then it's up to me to step away and shut it down. Okay? All right, guys, let's take our time and read 2 positive comments from the comment section. One is from Karen Parker. Karen says, I hate drama. That's why I ghost people. Yeah. I agree with you. I cannot stand when somebody is overly dramatic, crying, upset, mad, especially if I'm like in the case like this when I was talking about they're in love or they're angry because I'm not, giving back their affections, or it don't matter what it is. I don't do the drama well. It's draining for me. So I feel you 100%. Madonna Saad said, yes, I suffer from this ailment too, unfortunately. I tend to give people in my life benefit of the doubt and hope they will realize their potential. I am often disappointed, but I have a hard time cutting them out. Very good video. Yeah, because a lot of us have a tendency to do this. A lot of us had a tendency to really look at somebody's potential without realizing that a person is multifaceted. They're not just the good parts of them. So we got to look at all parts of them. And to truly accept somebody, you do have to accept all parts of them. And if there are parts that you can't accept, then that's somebody you shouldn't be in relationship with. Some people will try to change you. I don't recommend that. I recommend just leaving it alone, because changing people doesn't work. All right, guys, it's time for me to get going. So if you would like to get a reading done, please email me and come back soon, because I have a lot more to say. See you later.